the Egyptians don't talk about it. Like it's just there, and they don't know when it was built or why. And it's just odd that you imagine talking about New York and never mentioning the Statue of Liberty in your literature. Like it doesn't make sense. So that I know they don't have any kind of good explanation for.
Well, I know. I'm glad you brought that up.
And it was buried for a long time.
The Sphinx was not buried for a long time. It was buried up to its neck. Yeah. The Sphinx also has an African face, and it's smaller than the shape of the rest of the body. It's like not in proportion, and it's much newer. Like it doesn't have the erosion. So they think that during the time when the pharaohs ran Egypt, that they might have redone that in the shape of, I forget which pharaoh they're attributed to, but there's some controversy about that. But here's why it's interesting that you brought up the Sphinx, because the temple of the Sphinx is the best evidence that it's older than people think it is. Because the temple of the Sphinx is a guy named Dr. Rob.
What do you mean the temple of the Sphinx?
The temple that's around the Sphinx. Like the area where the Sphinx is carved out of. So the stones that they cut out of this area to make this like this ground, this like flat wall that has a bunch of different kinds of stone in it, and some of it is more dense and harder, and the other stuff is more porous and it gets eroded quicker. So there's all this evidence of thousands of years of rainfall on these walls.